Good morning, my loves. How are you? It is a beautiful Thursday morning. It's about, I don't know, 6:15. I've been up for hours. Um, a family was losing someone, and I was FaceTiming them most of last evening throughout the night. Long night. So I look a little bit bedraggled. I'm sorry, I have my coffee next to me. Um, but I have to share this with their consent, of course. So their loved one, who I've known for quite some time, was passing. Terminal illness. They were ready to pass. We had talked many, many times. They were tired. Their body was tired. They were tired of fighting. They knew it was time. They were okay with it. The majority of the family was okay with it. Keep in mind that, and I, was there when my dad died. I literally was holding him when he took his last breath with the nurses. And the hard thing is, you can be ready for somebody to pass and you know that they're going to pass, but in the back of your mind, you realize you're not going to see them on holidays anymore and birthdays and drop in for coffee. And that's what I think gets us the most, is the finality. So the family was around and very supportive and very loving and consoling, and the family was doing great. I'm very, very proud of how they're handling the situation. The family has a lot of toxicity, generational, like most families, there's trauma, drama. And there's one family member who was the person that stirred the pot that wasn't going to be there by choice. And we had talked about this many times. I said, but that's on them. It's not about you. Right now, all of this is about the individual that's passing. So take your egos out of it. It's about them. And everybody agreed, and so, okay, fine. So this one person, being a stinker, they weren't going to go. Just whatever. Just let me know when it's over. I said, just let them deal with it their way. Maybe that's how they're handling the grief. Let them deal with it their way. And then at the 13th hour, guess who comes blowing in the room? Huffing and puffing, tears streaming down their eyes or down their cheeks. Didn't bother to take off their coat. Threw their bags in. Remember, I'm on FaceTime, so I'm seeing all of this. And they run over and they grab this person's hand. And I'm sorry, I will probably get teary, because I get teary every time I think about this. And they apologized. They did. They apologized. They knew they were wrong. They explained why they behaved the way they did. They didn't feel heard. They didn't feel validated. They didn't feel accepted. And they realized the driving factor behind that was an addiction, which is oftentimes the case. The toxicity in the family had driven them to addiction. And that kind of let everything spin out of control. And they took that out on everybody. I see it all the time. And they apologized, and they wished the person an easy passing and told them how much they love them, their regrets, the usual thing. But they didn't make it about them. That's the cool thing. This person, as torn up, this person was just in tears and just sobbing. They didn't make it, about them. They made it about the other person, that they're sorry of how they hurt them. And they asked forgiveness. They asked forgiveness of God, of the family. Everybody in the room was in tears. Sorry. And the person that was passing couldn't speak. They were checking out, and they just kind of put their hand on top of this other person's hand and patted it, and that was it. They took their last breath. Sorry. And that was so beautiful and so moving. And here it is, holiday season. And I think this family got one of the greatest gifts of all, and that was closure. Everybody, including the person that passed, understood and knew how the extent of the toxicity. I mean, they knew, they lived it, but they didn't know how out of control it was. The person that, I'm sorry, that came rushing in, so distraught, they took accountability. That's big. That is huge, because we're all responsible for our own actions, inactions, attitudes, behaviors, and the consequences. And they took accountability, and they apologized to their loved one, to the family. They asked forgiveness from God, from the family, and from the loved one. The reason I want to share this is, I mean, just between now and a week from now, a week from today is Christmas. In the next week, how many families are going to be going through the same thing? Losing someone. Are they going to get closure? Are they going to realize that it's not about them, it's about their loved one that's dying? Are they going to have the courage to speak up and take accountability and say, I'm sorry for how I behaved towards you. I want your forgiveness? Or are they going to just be an ass and say, yeah, well, whatever? I just thought this was a very, very powerful, powerful moment. At least it was in my life. And I've experienced things like this so many times throughout the years. Please, please, if there's someone in your life that you love, tell them. Use your words and tell them. Put it in words. If you can't say it, write it. Let them know you love them, how much they mean to you. If you need an apology, ask for it. If you need forgiveness, ask for it. If you need to give forgiveness, do it. Do it. Because there's going to come a time in each and every one of our lives where we're the one getting ready to pass. And how you handle that situation, honey, that's between you and God. Are you going to be the person to reach out and pat their hand and console them that it's okay? Take your last breath and pass. Are you going to make an obscene gesture, take your last breath and pass? Are you going to throw everybody out of the room and take your breath and pass? Take your last breath and pass. You know? It was a very, very beautiful, beautiful moment. And the person passed and everybody wept. I cried. I'm sorry. It was very moving. And as a therapist, I deal with a lot of grieving families. And yes, I am a death doula, and I got that certification years ago. And of course, as a nurse, I've seen this so many times. And it's okay to grieve with others. It's fine. We're human. That's supportive. It's okay. And you could just see the healing beginning. I will be talking to the family probably today. I'll be helping them with, dealing with everything that's to come. There's going to be a lot of strife. There's going to be a lot more drama. When you start figuring out who gets what. I've seen that, personally. People get weird. People get vicious. We will see how this plays out. But remember, it's never too late to forgive. It's never too late to say, I love you. I just wanted to share that. I thought it was a very, very beautiful thing to experience, especially given the season. Have a great Thursday.